Hello and welcome to I Can't Believe This Got Greenlit 2, the Summer of Sequels, a show where we discuss sequels from our childhood, our nostalgia from watching them as kids, how these franchises got made yet again, and our experiences rewatching them as adults. I'm one of your hosts, Nick Warner, and joining me as always, Matthew Pelton.
That you are Nick Warner. I don't think I've ever said that.
Yeah, and you are Matthew Pelton, I think. I'm not so sure about you. If I'm being honest.
To be honest, it's a conversation I've had with many psychiatry professionals.
Right.
I'm not really sure about me either.
You claim to be Matthew Pelton, but part of me thinks that that's not true.
Do you think behind closed doors there's something different going on?
Yeah, I think you're like Elon Musk.
Wow, that was mean. That was just mean. Out of all the names you could have thrown out, you could have been like, yeah, I think maybe you're like Liam Gallagher or something.
No, you know what? I think you're Odysseus.
Something cool.
I think you're Odysseus.
That also kind of sucks.
Having just seen the Odyssey, I think you are Odysseus. You're cool on the surface, but you are the downfall of all men.
Yeah, what the fuck? Don't let me lead any group of people.
Right.
I'm a horrible leader.
I will die.
I kind of suck. I will die. Yeah, you will die. I don't want to be Odysseus. That sucks.
Okay, fine. How about this? You are Ash Ketchum, the Pokemon master, the champion of the movie that we're talking about today, by the way.
Yeah, but he's kind of like the fucking loser of the three,
Cuck
right?
loser.
He's kind of, dude, Brock, come on.
Brock has his own issues, which we'll get to.
No.
We talked about on the last
Brock is a fucking legend. You're right, Ash is kind of like the fucking, he's sitting in the cuck chair.
It may be. Have you ever,
like
I don't know how much
like
Pokemon, and we'll get to it in a moment with like childhood stories and all that in the movies and stuff.
Sure.
But I don't know how much Pokemon lore like you're in on. Do you know who Lance is?
Lance?
Lance.
No.
He's like the Pokemon champion. So like when you get to the final, you defeat the Elite Four, and then you get to the Pokemon champion to like beat the game. It's like the final boss. I don't remember if it's the second ones or the third ones. I forget what generation he's in, but he has a Dragonite and a Salamence. Like he's like a dragon trainer.
Okay, he's
but
a big dragon
I want to be
guy.
him. He has like a cape, and please look him up just so you know what I'm talking about. He is so cool, and he has dragons, and he's the best. And I want to be Lance.
I refuse to look him up because I still have like a shred of respect for you,
right?
And I'm worried if I look it up, that would just be out the window.
No. I'm gonna look him up. I gotta look him up.
Did you see this Pokemon guy in the cape that has dragons? I want to be him.
He's so cool.
No, no matter what you show me, he is not that cool.
He's so cool. Trust me.
There's no way.
Trust me. He's so cool. Look at him.
Fucking Lance. Dog, come on.
He's so cool.
He's awful.
No, he's not.
That's who you want to be?
Yes, he has cool dragons.
No, I'm cool looking than that guy.
But look at this. The aura.
No, he has no aura.
He's so sick.
You know what my problem with Lance is?
What's your problem with Lance?
Okay, the outfit's kind of cool. The dragons are kind of cool.
Yeah.
But you cannot look at him and tell me he doesn't spend like 2 hours alone on his hair every day.
Yeah, but like
that's insane. That's unacceptable.
But like I will be Lance without the hair issues because I don't care.
No, but that is Lance.
No, but like I am Lance Warner. You know what I mean? Like it's like a combo.
Oh, it's
like that's who I want to aspire to be. I want to be like him, but still have the bits of me. Like I want a cape.
Okay, so wait. Okay,
and dragons.
Could I be Odysseus, but there's still like some Pelton in there?
Yeah, you can be Odysseus without like destroying all of human civilization and creating trust issues among generations of people to this very day.
I single-handedly destroy like an entire empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll take that.
You can be like the cool sword guy that people respect. And that's it. That's where it stops.
Okay, I'll happily take. That's fucking awesome. How do we go? You call me Elon Musk? To, like, cool Odysseus.
You can't do cool Elon Musk.
No, please don't.
That's why
I'm
like, I take it back immediately.
We're gonna get canceled immediately if you're like, what do you mean? Elon Musk is kind of sick if you think about it.
Yeah, there's no trying to take out the evil and make him good because there is mostly evil.
It's mostly evil, but point is. You are Nick Warner. And every time we do this intro, you go, joining me as always, even though it's not always, Matthew Pelton.
It's really not. I need to change the intro.
Yeah, you should, because I sometimes I am just too lazy to be on the show.
Yeah.
I can't do it. But I usually try to come up with like a funny little bit. I have a whole little thing planned.
Well, that's why I laughed, because your initial reaction was just, I'm Nick Warner.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, you are Nick Warner. I've never analyzed that part of the intro before.
Right.
I'm like, let's break down who Nick Warner is.
That's a different podcast. Let's do
Let's
that
sit
in
there-
like
let's
another
have that conversation.
There's a lot of like onion layers to peel back there, and I don't know if this is the episode for that.
You know how there's the Where's Matthew Pelton special?
Yeah.
We should have the Who's Matthew Pelton special.
We should have the Who's Nick Warner special.
Dude, that would be too long.
I was gonna say the 5-hour special.
5-hour epic. Yeah, we don't have time for it.
That's very true. But you know what we do have time for? The 2009 film Pokémon: Arceus and the Jewel of Life. Now I want to clear something up
sure do.
right off the bat, because if you watch
I'm
the
ready.
movie, you'll
did
know that the legendary Pokemon that is the main character of this movie is referred to as Arceus
Yeah, I'm confused.
the whole movie. Now,
Yes.
this Pokemon it's actually pronounced Arceus. And that's how
that's how I
I've been
always said it.
pronouncing it my whole life. But what
Yeah,
they
same.
did, the fine folks who create the Pokemon movies, they decided that for like a British and American audience, they thought that the English version of Arceus would be like too like made fun of because of the word arse.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so they changed the English pronunciation to Arceus for this movie, but the actual true
It's Arceus.
way you say it is Arceus. So
Arceus is better.
Arceus is better, and I will be referring to our boy, the god, creator of all things, as his true name and not Arceus. So apologies to any film fanatics that are like big into the name Arceus, but that's not how you say it, and it's Arceus, and I will stand by that.
Well, I remember, okay, kind of spoiling a little bit about childhood.
Yeah.
Is I knew Arceus growing
Yeah.
up. I was a big Pokemon guy.
Yeah.
And I remember, I couldn't tell you how old I was, but there was once my older brother turned to me and he was like, dude, I just found out it's pronounced Arceus. I was like, ew. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And I think I just went the rest of my life saying Arceus anyway.
Yeah.
But I was like, I think I got that wrong. And sure enough, no. It's just they changed it for the stupid American people over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, British
Just
people are
change it.
gonna, make fun of it and do whatever.
Fuck, dude, you know what? We beat them once fucking years ago. Fuck them. Who cares? They suck.
But yes, continuing with childhood stories. So had you seen, I know we had some back and forth about like what sequel to the first Pokemon movie we were going to do, because we covered that a few years ago.
Yeah.
And there are just so many. We'll get into it in the production, but they did so many of these Pokemon movies. They did basically one a year for almost 20 years. So
Which is wild.
And it's like the same team, essentially, the same director for pretty much all of them. Like his whole career is basically that. And when we talked about like doing a sequel, we went through like multiple different iterations of this. Like talking about doing Pokemon 2000. We talked about doing Rise of Darkrai, which I know was a big one for you.
Which was close.
We landed on Arceus because this was a big one for me, and I had chosen the original Pokemon. So this is kind of the one that I landed on. But had you seen this one?
Okay. I thought I hadn't.
Okay.
And we've run into this a ton on this show. Where I'm like, I don't think I've seen it. Then I watch it, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, I do remember this. So I hadn't think I'd seen it. But I knew when I got into Pokemon, it was, I think it's Gen 4. Where it's Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and it's like Palkia, Dialga, all those people. So this was like all my people. This is like their movie.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So I went in being like, okay, I don't think I've seen this, but this would be kind of fun because like it's my generation, you know what I mean, whatever. And then halfway through, I'm like, oh, I've totally seen this. I think this is how I was like introduced to Arceus and all that, like all this lore of time and space. I'm like, oh, I 1,000% watched this. This was like my fucking jam, dude.
Hell yeah. Okay, that makes me happy because my worry was when we were texting back and forth, you were like, oh, Rise of Darkrai was like my
that
move.
one
like,
I know was a big
that was
one.
like a big one. And then I was like, oh shit, like, Rise of Darkrai was great for me, but this was one where I was like, I remember so vividly, like, obviously, like, growing up, and this kind of leads into my story, but grew up, loved Pokemon as a kid.
Yeah.
I had the cards, I had the games, I watched the anime, had action figures, like anything that they produced, I owned.
Yeah,
and
refused to talk to women, the whole thing.
It was great. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But like it was one of those things where like when boys have personality traits like pirates or cars, mine was Pokemon for like a few
honestly,
years.
yeah, that
It
was me and my brother.
fantastic. So this one came out on Cartoon Network, and I like was there day one. Like I remember it being like promoted of like the premiere of Arceus and the Jewel of Life, and like I was like, okay, I'm there. We're gonna do it. It was like such a revered character in the world. Like he is literally God.
He's God. Yeah, like,
I was like,
this is the biggest deal ever.
This was like the Avengers movie.
Yeah,
of
honestly,
Pokemon, and this was like when I was kind of getting into it, and like again, Gen 4 was like very much like my thing. Like when I'm looking at the characters of like all the generations, Gen 4 is like where I always fall back
that's
to.
Pete. Yeah, that's our entire youth right there is Gen 4.
So yes, I watched this at a friend's house. Surprisingly,
You had one of those? Nice.
At the time, I did have one.
Wow, good for you, man. What happened?
Well, I watched Pokemon too many times, and he was like, "Nah."
So you came over and you were like, let's play like basketball or something.
Yeah.
And you just want to use this fucking TV, dude.
No, I needed his TV.
You just want to watch Pokemon.
But it was truly one of those, like, I feel like this has come up a few times on the show, but where I had such vivid memories of the entire experience. I'm talking like specific scenes, like the color of the comforter of the bed we were like sat on when we watched this, the position of the sun in the sky because it came in the curtains a certain way. Like this was my childhood. Like this truly was like perfection for me of like a movie going experience.
The hell's going? I remember his bedroom.
I was in love with the movie. It was absolutely fantastic.
I remember where he was in the sheets. I'm like, whoa, dude, calm down, dude. We're talking about a kids movie.
No, I think the reason we are no longer friends is because I was too dialed in on the movie and not enough on our friendship.
Maybe that's true. Maybe he had a thing for you.
Maybe.
That's what it was.
It's cool guy. But yeah, I remember this movie very vividly, and then I came to find out that this was part of a trilogy, which I had no idea about, with Rise of Darkrai being the first, and then Giratina and the Sky Warrior being the second, this being the finale of like the entire Palkia Dialga Arceus kind of storyline,
if you will.
Yeah, which I had no idea. And it makes sense when you watch them all back to back to back, because each of them kind of sets up a different aspect of it, and it all comes to a head. Again, it's like an Avengers level movie, but I didn't know that.
So
I just watched them as like standalones.
Any of the other ones?
I hadn't seen the other ones, but I didn't realize I didn't remember that they connected. I think at the time I probably did.
Sure.
But when I was rewatching this and doing research on it, I think I texted you. I was like, "Oh, this is a trilogy. I'm going to watch all of them." So I watched all of them.
You did?
I did. I watched all three. And I have to say that I think Arceus is my second favorite of the three.
Say it.
I think Rise of Darkrai is easily the best of the three. So potentially we might cover that at some point, but I just have to say that Rise of Darkrai was super fun. I have like a quick plot synopsis of each before we get into the actual plot, which I will get into before we get there. But before we do that, I want to talk production.
Now, before you talk production,
yes,
I want to, because again, I did watch this, but it was like almost like a forgotten Pokemon movie for me.
Yeah.
But Rise of Darkrai, I just have to. Well, we'll cover it one day, and I'll get more into it there. But grew up on Gen 4. My starter was fucking Chimchar, the GOAT. Okay, that was my boy.
Infernape. Dude, are you kidding me?
That's still my favorite Pokemon to this day. Okay. And then I remember when the Darkrai movie was coming out. Because I think like the same day it came out, I could be wrong, but they did like a cross promotion with GameStop. And like my dad took me and my brother to GameStop with our DSs. Yes. And you gave the DS over to the guy and he put some special thing in there. And then you got like this whole side quest with Darkrai. Dude, at the time, Darkrai was like the coolest thing I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I mean, he's
still
going
so
back to
sick.
Aura, like of Lance.
Yes, are you
Talking
kidding?
about Aura,
Fuck
Darkrai.
Lance, dude.
I can't
touch
even begin to express how like Darkrai is top 3 or potentially even number 1 of Aura in Pokemon.
I think I agree.
He's like just unreal.
Like, okay, let me ask, because I think we might be on the same page. If you had to rank your favorite Pokemon of all time, Chimchar and all his evolutions and Darkrai are probably 1 and 2, right?
I would say Darkrai's not in my top 5,
really?
But because I just have personal favorites. Like I'm a big Dragonite guy. Like he's my boy. I love Piplup and Empoleon. Same. Like it's part of that. Those starters.
Gen 4 starter.
Gyarados, Luxray. I would probably put above Darkrai. Probably Entei and Raikou because I was like a big. Also like I think that's Gen 1 or Gen 2. But I think that should do. Anyways, but I
remember,
played a lot of like Soul Silver growing up, so like a lot of those like
Yeah,
Gen 2
that's fair.
characters
I did
like
Soul
come into
Silver,
play.
too.
But then I think Darkrai's like definitely top 10. Like he's
I'll
up there.
take that.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, but those. So I just have such a core memory of. I can't even remember a lot about the movie, but I remember like the movie coming out and it was like such a big deal in me and my brother's world because it's like, oh my, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
this
it's also
like god of nightmares and shit. That's so
he's
sick.
he's a crazy character because he doesn't even like like he's portrayed as a villain because whenever he's around, people have nightmares. So,
Yeah.
like they fall into this trap, but he's never doing it on purpose. Like if
No,
you
he
do any
can't
sort
help
of
it.
research into the character, he's literally that's just again the aura that he like produces is
what I
just
mean.
nightmares for everyone. So it sucks that like he can't just go about his day without causing just mental anguish for everyone around him. But
You know what? And I feel him.
he's amazing.
I've been told many times I cause mental anguish for the people around me. I don't mean to.
You know what? You are Darkrai. Joining me as always, Darkrai.
Thanks. I think it's fucking better than Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's very true. But yeah, so these characters are obviously a huge part of our childhood, so that's why we landed on like we were probably gonna land on this generation regardless, but I'm
'cause this
happy
is
that we
our-
landed
yeah.
on Arceus because it's the culmination of kind of all of those stories coming into play.
Yeah, and
ending
it's
up
cool because not for the first time in this show, but for the first time in a while, it feels like we have a movie where I feel like me and you both loved it as kids. We both love the IP, and we can just kind of like nerd out.
Yeah, and the movie fucking rips.
It kind of rips.
It's kind of great.
Whereas like, can we just talk about how sick these Pokemon are? Like, this is kind of
And
cool.
I do have to acknowledge the general public's opinion of this because I feel like I've heard that like this movie is not of like the highest echelon in terms of like how people remember it and how people rate it.
Well, it's not
but again,
Darkrai.
it's like the nostalgia fucking it's there. So all that to say, I'm very excited for this episode. So
I am too. I'm
going
really excited.
into productions, movie was directed
By Arceus.
by Kunihiko Yuyama.
Okay.
I think I nailed that.
Not terrible, I think.
Which we've talked about in the first episode, the first Pokemon episode that we did a few years ago. But this is the director of pretty much all of the Pokemon movies. Like basically
so
just
the
like
one guy.
consistently one a year for like 20 years. just doing it.
He's not still doing it, is he?
I know that they came out with a Pokemon movie in like 2021. Like it's like you just still
He's
going.
still going.
I don't know if there's like if he's still doing them or if they're still making movies or whatever, but like for a while
Good
it
for
was
him.
just like for most of our life until like just after COVID, it was just like that guy.
Okay,
Literally from when we were born.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
If theoretically, because you know one of my dreams, but also kind of our dream, we're Quaywood, you know. One of our things is we want to work on like a Marvel film
Yeah.
because we're big Marvel people.
Yeah.
Or Star Wars, we'll settle.
Yeah, sure. I
Yeah, we'll settle for Star Wars.
feel like the settle is Marvel.
You think?
Star Wars is like the more, to me, the more respected IP.
I don't know if that's true at this point in time.
Maybe not
you
at
know?
this. Maybe not. At this point. Maybe
Yeah,
not
I
at this
think they
point.
kind of
Like,
blew it.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Maybe by the time we get to that point, they'll have redeemed it a little.
Yeah.
And we can kind of get a point.
But
we'll
we're
talk Star
also-
Wars a different day.
We're,
but-
we're also recording this at the time that Brand New Day came out, and that movie is just like one of the best Marvel movies that's ever come
Also,
out.
like, also Spider-Man's made $1 billion in 1 weekend.
in 5 days.
In 5
days. Absolutely insane that this is the era that we're
Did you
living.
see
It's
it
insane.
beat,
It's a great time to be a movie fan, like 2026
yeah.
specifically.
2026 is insane.
It's so cool. It's like the highest box office that we've had since pre-pandemic,
COVID, right? Yeah,
which
yeah.
is crazy. So it's like it's really great.
Did
Anyway.
you see it beat Endgame's domestic record?
Yeah,
It's fucking insane.
insane.
It won't stop.
Had the highest opening of all time.
Of all time. And again, it beat Endgame. Like the
It's
culmination
so
of like
crazy.
10 years of movies.
Just this fucking
Just a fucking
guy from
Spider-Man
Queens.
movie. And let's not forget, only a couple months ago, Mandalorian and Grogu came out, fucking bombed.
Dude,
Bombed.
it's still sitting lower than Backrooms and Obsession.
Isn't that insane?
It still hasn't made more than $350 million.
I don't think it beat Solo.
I don't think so either. I think it's potentially the lowest grossing Star Wars movie of all time.
I think it is.
Which is crazy because I enjoyed sequences in that movie.
Yeah, especially because Solo, even if it did beat Solo, if you adjust for inflation, it's not even close.
No.
It gets fucked.
Okay, maybe Star Wars is the settle.
That's what I mean. Star Wars might be the settle.
At this
okay,
point.
my question
Yeah.
is, let's say, okay, we make a couple films, Quaywood becomes successful, we're huge in Vietnam, shout out Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Feige himself comes down to the Quaywood Productions offices
Yeah.
that are a thing at this point, and he comes
Okay.
down. He goes, "Hey, you two." He goes, "I want you to direct a Marvel movie."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Fuck yeah!" And we direct something, whatever.
Avengers 9.
Avengers 9, and it's great. It goes great.
Yeah.
And he genuinely says, "Hey, for the rest of your career, do you two and Quaywood as a whole just want to stay at Marvel? You can basically have, like, not unlimited creative freedom, obviously, but, like, you guys are well respected. We'll let you do what you want. We'll collaborate with you like the Russos. But you guys will basically be in-house, and you will be Marvel people forever."
And you have to produce a movie every year.
Yeah, because
One
that's what
has
this
to
guy did,
release
right?
every year.
Yeah. For like 20 years.
I think my answer is yes until year 5, and then I go, Kevin Feige, go fuck yourself.
So wait, you would only make it a fourth of the time?
1,000%. I think I have it in me to be that consistent of like shooting, editing, pre-production, turning it around in 1 year for 20 years.
We could do it.
This guy's working, and I know it's animation, so it's a little bit different, but it's still pulling off
No, it's
fucking
still no
miracles.
joke, yeah.
It's like, that's insane. I don't know if I could do 20 years. I think I have different life priorities. I think if I'm making Marvel money, I think after 5 years, I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm moving
good.
with you to Alaska with Maddie and your future partner. We're all moving to Alaska, getting cabins in the woods like
Yes.
a mile apart.
No one will
and
ever see
then
us again.
That's it. That's the
So
end.
wait. You would do 5 years at Marvel, and then you would never even make a movie again.
No one would.
would just
I would
quit.
have no. I would be off the grid. I
so
like you don't
burnt
you don't
out.
even understand. I wouldn't have an Instagram. I wouldn't like. I wouldn't even have a. I would probably get one of those flip phones that only has Spotify. It's like Spotify,
like
and you
that.
can call someone.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
That's what I would do.
Did I ever
Like,
tell
that's
you my...
where I'm at in my life. Where I'm like, that's what I want to do, but I need to make like $10 million first, and then I'm gonna
yeah.
go do that. That's the plan.
Dude, we need, like, that's why we should be Marvel in-house, because we got to get, like, RDJ money.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
got,
what I'm
like,
saying.
fucking
Is like,
50 million for Doomsday or something crazy
if
like
we
that.
direct Avengers 9 and we
Yeah.
say it's okay, no money up front, give me all my points on the back end. That movie makes $1 billion. We walk away with like 30 mil
Give me
or
all my
more.
points on the back end.
And then we move to Alaska and call it a day. That's it. That's my plan.
There's no way they'd ever let that happen.
Or fine, give me 10 grand and then give me some points on the back end.
There you go. Give me like a couple $100.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if I'm shooting for 4 months, just pay my expenses for 4 months.
Yeah.
And then I want 50% of the box office. 500 mil.
I want 200% of the box office.
That'd be insane.
Or like, yeah, give me, you know what? Give me like a couple nickels, a pat on the back, but I want 50% of box office and all toy sales forever.
Oh, no, it's genius.
It's the George Lucas thing.
It's the George Lucas. I want toy sales. And then we could, dude, fuck cabins. We could buy Alaska. We just own it.
And then on top of that, anything that my IP is related to in the parks, if it's in a park, then I do the Spielberg thing where I get a cut of every single ticket sold forever.
That's fucking insane.
And then I move to Alaska and no one ever sees or hears of me ever again.
Here's what we do. We get a cut of the rides. We get all merchandise. 50% box office for Avengers 9. And then any little like ride you make in the queue, we have to somehow be on like the video.
Yeah. So we'll both fly back from Alaska. We'll go out of Anchorage
film it.
together.
Yes.
We'll film it. And then we'll be in it. We'll have a little cameo.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's the end. That's the only time I'm
no
ever
one sees
coming
ever again.
back to like the main United States.
The actual population.
Yeah. That's it. I'm
And
done.
then
I'm out.
we'll be like this legacy. Like you go ride that ride, you're like, who the fuck are those two?
Yeah. It's like, oh, you didn't hear? It's those
They're just
guys.
like
They made
the
5
fucking-
incredible Avengers movies in a row. And then no one's heard
Now they're
from them
fucking
ever
like
again.
hermits in the mountains.
They're still alive because they send handwritten letters once a year.
Just to check in.
Yeah.
Did I
Kevin
ever tell
Feige
you,
holds at Hall H at Comic Con.
he reads the letters out loud. Hey fans, we're still alive.
We're cooking up salmon as we speak. Caught it fresh for the wives.
I've only ate berries the last 3 weeks.
My shit is
Been a little
red.
rough. But go watch the 20th anniversary in theaters now.
Yeah, I need those residuals. I spent all my money.
Please. Go buy some t-shirts, please. We have a serious problem. Turns out running a country is a little harder than we thought. Or country, I mean a state. The country of Alaska.
It's my favorite country. I'm
Could
getting
we
an
buy
Alaskan passport.
if we bought Alaska, could we just
Separate from the...
Yeah, could we just separate from the United States?
I mean, at that point, yeah. If that's
Why
like,
not?
if that's like where we're at, like we don't have to worry about anything else in our lives. I
No.
think we could spend our time and energy on that.
why the fuck not? I want my own currency.
Yeah.
I want my own name. I want everything. I want my own fucking language.
Pelton Warner Land. It's not even Alaska anymore.
No, yeah, it's not Alaska. We change it. Fuck Alaska. Dumb name.
The United Singular State of Pelton and Warner. Okay, we have to get back on track.
Can the currency, instead of like our face, it's like the fucking Quaywood tree right in the
Yes,
middle?
yes.
That'd be so sick, dude.
It's like, yeah, it's like a gold ring, and then it's like hollow on the inside except for the key.
Except for the key.
Yeah.
And like our you know when like in Star Wars like the little their currency is like silver bars.
Yeah.
That's our currency. And the
Yeah,
exchange
you can't
rate
walk around
is
with
insane.
like you can't walk around with like a wallet full of cash. You have
No.
to carry gold bricks.
It's bricks. You have like a sack of bricks to go grocery shopping. So it's like the most inconvenient thing ever. You're like, this fucking sucks. I miss when it was Alaska.
Oh my god. Okay, if anyone is still listening to this episode,
What were we talking about?
the director. We're about to get to the
he's
writer.
Pokemon guy. Right. I
You
see
gave
how
me
this
this
spiraled.
ultimatum.
Dude, I'm convinced they put a gun to his head.
if you got asked to direct 20 Marvel, yeah, I think I'd cap it at 5 years and then go start my own country
I would do it. I would totally do it.
for 20 years. Yeah,
Do you
no,
think they offered him his own
In all
country?
honesty, I would. Yeah, probably.
Probably.
In all honesty, I would. Yeah, I would go as long as I can, and then understand like at that point, at that level of wealth and power, I would have like my.
Your kingdom.
If I got sued for breaking contract, if I could afford it, great. I have like my priorities in life. I know
Oh.
what I want to like. If I have kids, like I don't want to spend all of my time working on these movies.
So you would say
if
20
I make
years
like
at Marvel
5 great
with the mindset of at any point I could illegally break this.
ones. Yes.
Okay, sick. I love it. I think
Yeah.
they'll agree to that.
I think so. Well, I mean, again, if I'm getting 50% of box office on all toy sales and theme park sales, I think I'll be fine if I break it and they sue me.
We also will only work on their highest grossing IPs.
Right.
Avengers
Spider-Man and
and
Avengers
Spider-Man.
and
Yeah.
X-Men.
That's all we're doing.
Okay,
Do you
deal.
want to do Shang-Chi? And we're like, you can go fuck yourself, dude.
No, you guys haven't touched him in 7 years.
You want us to do Shang-Chi 80%.
Yeah, also, we're both white. We can't...
That's true. We probably should not do Shang-Chi. But
No.
I'd be a little uncomfortable.
We'd up it
if
to
they asked.
80% and we'd like consult with at least one Asian director. Okay, so getting back on track finally. I'm sure there will be more Avengers talk later.
If you
but
insist.
This movie was written by Hideki Sonata. They're the writer of pretty much all the Pokemon movies, so kind of the same thing.
same thing.
Except, I believe, the first two. So they came on later, but have written basically all of them since.
And does he own a country? Yes or no?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out later.
That's not a no.
Cinematography was done by Takaya Mizutani. Again, apologies if I'm just butchering all of these. I'm doing my best. These are all wonderful people that made an incredible movie. But this person also did the cinematography for like half of the Pokemon movies, which again
wow.
is like insane. Edited by Toshio Henmi, who also did almost all of the Pokemon movies.
What is going on? It's the
And
same
then music
crew.
was done by Shinji Miyazaki, not the Miyazaki you're thinking of, but who also did all of the Pokemon movies.
So it is the core crew.
The same core crew.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
It's the Quaywood Collective.
It's so insane.
This is what we're gonna do. This.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
Everyone, go to Alaska while you can. before we put a whole fucking wall around it.
Right. So getting into budget and gross. So for the first movie cost $5 million to make, just as like a reference point for you.
Okay.
And grossed $172 million on a $5 million budget.
Were these in theaters?
They were in theaters, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. I assume it's mostly Japanese money, especially with the new one, because a lot of it I found in yen, Japanese yen.
Okay.
I did the translation just for our purposes, but the number that I got for the first movie was in American dollars. So I believe the first movie came out in U.S. theaters. I know, obviously, a lot of them went to Cartoon Network many months after they released in theaters over in Japan. But for this one, I couldn't find money. I couldn't find money.
Same.
I couldn't find the budget for this movie. But do you want to guess how much it grossed?
Oh, this is tough.
It's tough because, again, this is Gen 4. We're skipping over like 10 years of movies.
Yeah.
But the first one, again, made 172 mil.
So what year was this?
This was 2009. The first one was, I believe, 1999?
So, okay, even if, theoretically, the box office is low, that doesn't account for how big it did on, like, cable in the U.S. for people like me and you. Mm-hmm. It also doesn't account for, like, DVD sales.
Right.
Because I owned a lot of these. Mm-hmm. Fuck. How much did the first one make again?
$172 million.
$172 million. Okay, I'm going to assume it did less.
Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Okay. I will give you this as well. There's a little bit of a caveat.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I knew. I'm like, there's no way this made more than the first one, because the first one probably was put in theaters like across the globe. I felt like it was probably a bigger deal. Mm-hmm. But now they found this little niche where they're just throwing it on Cartoon Network, and they were big. They were big when we were kids.
What I'll add is most of it was Japanese. True. In theaters.
Yeah, exactly. True.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go real low then. I'll say it made like $60 million.
Even lower, $28.51 million.
There you go.
But again, released mostly in Japan. But
that means nothing.
A fun fact. Also, it's insane that the technical gross was 4.67 billion yen, but then you do the conversion, you're like, oh, that's 28 million.
Fair.
But it's just so funny the conversion, how it just drastically reduces it.
Also, that's converting it to
US
2026 USD?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So it might have been way more back in 2009, to be fair.
Yeah. The caveat here is that in the United States, this is just like a fun fact of part of this. In the United States, the English dub aired on Cartoon Network on November 20th, 2009. Yep. This marks the first time that a Pokemon feature film had made its U.S. debut in the same year as its original Japanese release. So it seems like at this point, there still is, like, you would think by the numbers, like, oh, the demand's gone. But it seems like the demand on Cartoon Network and on cable and all this stuff, especially in that era when we were watching it, was huge. I mean, again, I was looking at commercials for, like, the opening day.
Yeah,
I was ready to see it. Yeah.
Like, especially, like, those GameStop collaborations. I remember there was, like, a line out the door.
Yeah.
Like, we had to get there, like, at the crack of dawn to get it.
Also, I meant to say this when you told that story, but not for Gen 4, but for Gen 5, Black and White.
Yeah.
I was also at one of the GameStop
Oh, there
drops.
you go.
So I brought my DS. My brother and I both brought our DSs,
right?
and we got, I forget what Pokemon they had, and there was like another, like, so yeah, like DLC, like all that.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's crazy that you had to like go there. Like, that's such a specific era of video games.
With your DS.
Right. And it's just like, oh, it was so cool.
It was a cool experience. It was a cool outing.
Yeah.
And being surrounded by fans and stuff, it was awesome.
100%. So some more on production. The film's director stated that in the film, Arceus was depicted as being nature, the jewel of life as being the sun, with the end goal of making people contemplate how the natural world is essential for the survival of all life.
Can I be honest?
So, yeah.
I didn't pick up on any of that.
I think it's a beautiful sentiment, and it's a very Japanese sentiment, but I also... It's there a little bit, but I don't know if it's as present, especially for children watching.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You could have.
I picked up on that a little bit, but again, I knew it going into the movie, so it's kind of like I get the intent, but it's very interesting though.
I think also if Arceus is supposed to be life, for not most of the movie, but there's a good portion where they paint Arceus as just kind of like villain guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if he's meant to kind of be a metaphor for something,
yeah,
I don't know if they did the best job.
It's very interesting.
You know what I mean? I think it kind of got lost in translation a little bit.
100%. So I found an interesting fact that I don't know. Take this with a huge grain of salt because I don't know where this comes from or like what the caveats are of like, is this just Japan? Sure. Is this like more or whatever?
I do with most things you say anyway.
Right. Outside of Greenlit too.
Oh, especially.
Yeah. So supposedly this earned the Guinness World Record for the most advanced ticket purchases for an animated motion picture at the time, coming in at 2,384,198 tickets. I don't know if I believe
Interesting.
that. But it was something I found.
You know what got beat?
Get beat by... No, go ahead.
It got beat by...
Right.
Come on now.
I'm going to bleep that.
Can you please?
Yeah. Our feature movie.
This is, by the way, this is the problem with starting a podcast with your best friend who knows you way too well. Is you can't do comedic bits because he knows.
I know.
You know
I knew
the
some
setup.
shit was coming. It's happened like so many times on the show. I'm just I just anticipate your nonsense because I hear it in your voice. You have like this slight like little smirk on your face as you're talking, and I hear it.
I'm just so excited.
It's just some bullshit.
I think it's such a dumb little bit. I'm like, he's gonna love this. He has no idea what's about to hit him.
But yes, the final notes on production, I want to give like a little preamble to the actual movie.
Yeah.
So I wrote up after watching the movies. I took like the synopsis and used a little bit of my own verbiage of kind of like what the plots of Rise of Darkrai and Giratina and the Sky Warrior are. So if you don't mind, I will read them verbatim, and then we will get into the actual plot of this movie.
What if I just said I do mind?
Then we can just skip it. We can go to the plot.
What if I said I also mind you going into the plot?
Thank you all for listening.
I really only like the outro of this show. I mind everything else. Yeah. Sorry.
So, for Pokemon: The Rise of Darkrai, Ash, Dawn, and Brock. Now, just a caveat here. When we last talked about Pokemon, we had Ash, Misty, and Brock.
I know.
Misty
I miss her.
Is departed, and now we have Dawn.
It feels different.
It does feel different. I like Misty more. I do have an appreciation for Dawn because of the generation, and like I have a lot of nostalgia around this. I also love Piplup, and nothing on Misty teams really compare. Like Psyduck's great, whatever. Staryu's fine, but Piplup's like been my boy forever, and so I'm like I like her for that.
I do like having, especially because I could be wrong, but I think the design of Dawn is also the design of the female character you can play as in Gen 4.
It's extremely similar.
There you go. It's extremely similar.
Yeah.
So seeing Dawn is cool because I'm like, oh my god, that's the
female counterpart.
Yeah, that's our Pokemon. That's our Gen 4. But then halfway through, I'm like, I do miss Misty.
Yeah, but again, like the costumes of specifically the game characters that you play as, so iconic.
They're
like
great.
You see like any like lineup of characters you play as, I immediately lock in on the Gen 4 one.
Yeah.
All obviously like 1, 2, 3 are like iconic in their own right. 5 in particular I have nostalgia on because I played 5 like Black and White a lot. Okay. But 4 I always come back to of like, this is home, this is Pokemon, this is like my childhood.
I still think like, and also obviously there's nostalgia behind thinking Gen 4 is the best gen.
Yeah.
Because that's just the one we grew up with.
Yeah, but it's objective.
It's objective. If you look up like gens ranked, it's usually
always top 3.
Pretty high, right? Yeah. It's pretty well regarded.
Yeah.
So point is like objectively it's number 1.
Everyone always says like the story of Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2 are easily the best in all of Pokemon, which I agree with because I've played those games a lot. I do think the story progression is fantastic. The villains are great. The emotional arc is fantastic. But like in terms of the environment, the Pokemon, the legendaries, all of that, I think 2, 3, and 4 are kind of where I land. Obviously, 1 is iconic in its own
it started everything
regard,
so
and like you have like the original Mew and Mewtwo and all of them.
Yeah, Mewtwo's awesome. Mewtwo's up there, it's top 5 for me.
Fantastic, yeah. But again, like 1 through 4 are really like the best for me. But again, 4 is like just magic.
Come on,
it's
dude.
magic, and it has. Oh my gosh, and it has So remember, I was telling you, Lance is the champion of one of the series. Cynthia.
Go back to Lance.
You know Cynthia who is the champion of Gen 4.
Okay.
She's the one with the Garchomp and the Spiritomb, and you have that like iconic battle theme. If you look up a picture of Cynthia, you will know her.
Yeah, hang on.
But you have this iconic battle theme. If anyone knows the battle theme for Cynthia, Champion Cynthia, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It is one of the greatest songs of all time, as far as like battle music goes.
Dude, I remember Cynthia.
Yes, and now look up her battle music.
I had such a crush on Cynthia.
Yes, she's great.
Wait, hang on.
I'll cut around to you actually listening to it, but it's like
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can keep in I had a crush on Cynthia, though.
yeah.
Dude, I remember she blew my world.
Yeah. But this like gave me such anxiety as a kid because it was like this is the boss battle music. Okay, so going into the brief plot breakdown, again, we mentioned that Dawn is now here, Gen 4 rocks. But so Ash, Dawn, and Brock arrive in Alamos Town, where two legendary Pokemon, Dialga and Palkia, begin clashing and causing reality itself to warp. Now again, Dialga is the god of time, Palkia is the god of space. So this is they're clashing. They should not be clashing.
This is it's like our first ever Thanos.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is Avengers. So Darkrai is blamed for the destruction.
It's fucked up.
But it is actually trying to protect the town from the chaos caused by the battling legends.
He's awesome.
With help from the townspeople and the power of the town's music, Darkrai delays Dialga and Palkia long enough for them to calm down and leave. Darkrai sacrifices itself in the process, seemingly disappearing after saving everyone. In the end, Darkrai is revealed to have survived, and its true role as the town's guardian is finally recognized.
Dude, tell me this isn't the coolest shit
it's
ever.
It's beautiful. It's the best of the trilogy, I must say.
It's like Pokemon with like Pennywise. It's such a cool combo.
Yeah.
I think, okay, how about this? Me and you both have like a love of cool horror-ish mythology, right? Mm-hmm. Like the idea of Pennywise is really cool, this ancient being that haunts this town. So usually with stuff like that, it's hard to do it in content that's tailored for a younger audience, unless you go goofy with it, like Goosebumps or something like that.
Right.
Which has its own, like I'm not knocking it for it, you know what I mean? But Darkrai is like the perfect way to ride that line.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, where they still take it seriously, and this is like kind of spooky and very mysterious, but it's not scary enough that it would be too scary as like a kid.
But and that's what I love about that character, and I think not a ton of major IPs and brands do this well, but when they do it well, that's what sticks with me.
Yeah,
like those really types of characters where it's like you have a thing that's typically happy and kid friendly, and then it leans into darker tones without being necessarily scary or horror. I think that it's done really well here, and I think that's a huge plus for the overall like storytelling from Pokemon in general.
Yeah, and it just adds so much to the world building of like you can do this darker side and get away with it.
Yeah.
So like,
well, and also God. I think that's the beauty of these movies because they lean into the legendary Pokemon, which usually have a little bit of a darker tone. Like if you remember Mewtwo, that leans scary as well.
Yeah.
Like he was like this genetically engineered character that like didn't want to be alive.
It was dark.
And then he came back to like meet his maker and like kill them.
Kill him.
And like then you have Ash from Pallet Town showing up with his freaking Squirtle, and he's like, I'm gonna beat this guy up, and he's like, no, this guy is out for revenge. Like if you didn't have Mew, you guys would all be like decimated.
You would be fucked. I also think like
it's so good though. Like that's why I love these movies so much because like the show has its own fun and like you said, like it's like a Goosebumps type of thing where like it could lean a little spooky sometimes, but it's mostly like very child friendly,
which has its own merit. You know what I mean?
Of course,
yeah.
But then you get to these like Avengers level movies with the legendaries, and I think that's beautiful that they base the like hour plus long epic around these characters that have legend and that are like put up on this pedestal in the games. And I think that's like a beautiful way of like progressing that story. So you spend each episode on like a different character, different region, different town, you know, going a little bit through like all the games, and then you get to like the finale with the legendary, which is incredible. I think it's like a beautiful way of telling that story. Yeah.
And it's cool also playing the games first, getting to the legendaries, realizing this is such a big event. Mm-hmm. And then you get to see like not a fucking episode of a TV show. You get to see a movie.
Well, and this is the beautiful thing about the release slate was like, and this is why they're doing it once a year. a lot of the times the movies came out right around when the games were either released or like around that area or that era. So like, it was just like the perfect release calendar too, because you had the show going in tandem, and then you take a break from the show to go deal with this legendary, and then you go back to the show. Maybe it's a new season, maybe it's a new region, but like they have like the fallout of like what just happened, and it all connects together. It's incredible.
Dude, you know what? Hate to say it, Marvel fucking wishes, dude.
Yeah,
they wish.
Listen, I never thought I'd get that out of you.
I didn't think so either, to be honest.
But you gotta respect. And you know what? It's all because of Darkrai.
I will say also, just to give Darkrai even more credit.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel like we talked more about Rise of Darkrai than we have this movie.
We'll get to Arceus in a bit.
We promise.
We got a lot to talk about with Arceus.
But another thing I have to give Darkrai credit for, but also this movie to an extent, and the first one with Mewtwo, is in like culture nowadays for kids content. Which, to be fair, I'm not super caught up with kids content these days because we're not kids anymore.
Right. Except for Bluey. That shit rocks.
Bluey does unironically go hard.
It's incredible.
It is. But how about this? If you were to close your eyes and picture Illumination making a movie with the plot of either Rise of Darkrai or the first Pokemon movie with Mewtwo, I can't picture it.
No.
Of something nowadays going that dark and spooky.
Right, and maybe it's the Illumination brand. Maybe it's maybe you go into again like you do like a G Kids thing. They'll lean dark because and maybe because it's Japanese. Who knows?
True.
But there are those particular brands that will lean a little bit darker, and I love it. I love when they do.
It's cool. Like I remember watching Darkrai and being like, I almost feel like wrong for watching this.
Right, because it feels like an adult.
Like it feels risque.
Right. And then again, like you rediscover it as an adult, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh, like this still plays well to me, even though it's a kids movie.
It's kind of dark.
It's really great. Yeah, I love it.
It is cool. It's something I really admire about these movies in this era.
Yeah.
Of like the games and the show and stuff. Like they just did such a good job of creating this world, sticking with it, expanding it, and growing it, and not being afraid to kind of grow up with its audience.
Right.
Of like, hey, we're in Gen 4. Mm-hmm. If you've been playing since Gen 1, you're like, you might even have kids at that point. I don't know how long the difference was, but like we can probably get away with doing something darker and having like a legendary that's the god of nightmares. That's an insane concept.
It's so crazy.
And then hey, let's do a Pokemon that is God.
that is God.
That is straight up God. Let's just do that now.
Exactly. But yes, going into a quick synopsis of Giratina and the Sky Warrior. So this one, again, my least favorite of the three, but still a very good movie. Okay. Like it still kind of leans a little bit darker, a little bit less dark than Darkrai and Arceus because it's not as like, world ending, but it still like introduces Giratina, introduces kind of what's going on, still has the like Pokédialga thing. But this is what I wrote. The group befriends a young sky shaman that wants to return the Garcedia flower? I forget how to pronounce
Some sort of flower.
But wants to return to that flower garden. But their journey is interrupted by Giratina, ruler of the reverse world. This is literally
the upside down.
Hell, and this is basically the devil. Giratina is basically the Pokemon devil.
Did Stranger Things steal from Pokemon Giratina?
I think so.
I think
the
they
reverse
did.
World, the upside down, yeah. So Giratina blames Dialga for polluting its dimension after the events of the previous movie and repeatedly attacks it while also lashing out against Shaman and the others. Scientist named Zero attempts to exploit Giratina's powers and take control of the reverse world, threatening both dimensions. Giratina ultimately teams up with Ash and his friends to stop Zero and restore the balance between the reverse world and the real world. By the end, Shaman safely reaches its destination. Giratina abandons its revenge against Dialga, and peace is restored between the two worlds. And that leads us into Arceus.
Aren't they fighting in the beginning of this movie, though? Doesn't Giratina come out and start fighting Dialga?
Yes.
So I'm confused.
So I think that there's still some shit going on. So we'll get into it.
Okay, we're in plot.
Right.
Okay.
And the reason that all of this is going on is because of Arceus. This is why it's a trilogy. This is how it all connects, is because Arceus is literally the one causing this.
Well, he's God, so.
Going into the plot of this movie, we open with a beautiful, beautiful montage with the classic VO explaining the wonder of the world of Pokemon It's like we're so back.
We're
so back.
We often say it's like you have that nostalgia blanket.
Yeah.
Dude, this was like a
Bro.
nice little warm blanket. When we
kidding
live
me?
in Alaska, someone put a blanket on me. It's this.
I was wrapped up in a little blankie.
Right?
Like a hand quilted blankie of nostalgia
Made
for
of
this movie.
EV fur, dude.
What I noticed is the intro of this movie, when you have this montage, you have this sweeping camera motion of a bunch of legendaries. And you're like, oh, this is interesting. There's a couple that are missing. So I was like, what is this? It's not just the legendaries. What I found out is it's all the legendaries or like main antagonists or characters or whatever of all of the movies before this one.
Oh, this is
So
literally
it's
the
like
Avengers
literally a
of
montage of
Pokemon.
everything, just saying like, this is where we were, this is where we are, and then it gets real dark.
Dude, this is sick.
It's so cool.
Also, I have a proposal.
Yes.
Though now I know there's no way we can do it because only 4 people make every Pokemon movie,
Right.
and they refuse to do anything else. But this little montage started. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. And it was before I even remembered that I'd seen it. It was just like all these Gen 4 Pokemon, all these Pokemon I grew up with, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. But there's like this awesome guy narrating it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, part of me wishes that the whole movie was almost like a fake nature documentary, but it's just Pokemon and it's this guy.
And it's that guy? Yeah.
Tell me that wouldn't be the
that would be
coolest thing you've
really-
ever seen.
I think that'd be so cool. But yeah, so it takes a bit of a dark turn to catch us up with what's been going on with Palkia and Dialga. So this is, again, they're fighting in the beginning, but this is just more of like a catch-up if you hadn't seen the other movies.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
But basically it explains how their battle is causing space and time to be disrupted. We don't really know why, but we're about to find out.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
I just realized something.
Yes.
Their battle is causing space and time to be disrupted, yes? Mm-hmm. Could you argue that their battle is causing an incursion? It's Doomsday. It's Doomsday, dude. It's Doctor Doom.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Arceus is
Dr.
RDJ.
Has Doctor Doom in Endgame figured out the power of Arceus, and he has wielded it into an iron suit, and now he's stopping Stormbreaker with 2 fingers because he has the power of the Jewel of Life? Is that what's going on? Because if you remember, the whole thing in this movie, which we'll get to, is that like each of the like life plates or whatever, like if they're inside of or a part of the DNA of Arceus, he then is immune to any of those attacks.
Yes.
From that type of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So if Dr. Doom
Infinity
has
Stones.
figured out what's going on, much like in the comics where he figures out everything before the Illuminati, and he wields the power of these life plates, kills Arceus, wields the power somehow. Because he kills literal gods in the comics,
He could
right?
totally kill Arceus. Arceus is
So
done.
he wields this power, and now he's literally immune. Like, he's getting hit with an electric attack, a
he's
steel
immune.
attack.
Oh my
But
god,
he's immune. He's stopping it with 2 fingers because he's
Dude.
He has the life plates.
He has Arceus' life plates. I think we just figured out what Doomsday is about.
I think we just uncovered the plot. Now we can't like legally release this until December
Until
whatever
Tuesday.
19th.
Disney's gonna get so mad.
They're gonna come out. Now we're not gonna. Okay, we can't release this until then because then we can't direct Avengers 9 and then own Alaska.
Or they're like, you discovered our top secret plot that the best writers we've ever met came up with.
Right.
So like, what can you guys come up with? And then we get
Right.
hired.
It's like that one Easter egg in Guardians that still no one has uncovered.
it was like coordinates, isn't it?
No, it was like the one that James Gunn was like, no one's ever gonna get this, and I think the whole point was like, there's not actually a real.
Oh, you don't think
Easter
it's real?
egg. I don't think so because like there have been people that are like, have come close, whatever, and there's like these huge like timelines of like entire YouTube careers based around this Easter egg, and still no one has got it.
He put out.
So I but like if we crack it, I'm convinced we've cracked it. I think it's Arceus.
It's like do you remember at the end of Mando season 2 they had like CG young Luke Skywalker?
Yeah. How could I forget?
Famously. And then there's like a guy online who did like a better version of it, and then Lucasfilm hired him for Book of
I didn't know
Boba Fett.
that.
Yeah, they hired him to come in for Book of Boba Fett, and they did young Luke again.
That's the shit that's like the Boss Logic thing, where he's doing all the posters and they hire him for official artwork, and I'm like, bro,
that could be us though, dude.
This gives me more hope for the industry.
It gives me hope because we
just
know
gotta
that
post
Dr.
our shit
Doom
on
has
YouTube.
the life plates of Arceus.
Yeah, exactly.
We know the plot.
Exactly.
Can we clickbait the shit out of this?
We figured out the plot of Avengers Doomsday. Picture of Arceus with the
we figured out
mask.
the plot of Doomsday.
That's up to you. That's up to you.
That's right. You run the YouTube. You can't stop me. You don't know the login.
Okay, so we also see Arceus awaken. And this is kind of the big point of this movie, expressing how it's time for the end of humanity because he was betrayed by a human in the past trying to get the Jewel of Life back. Now, I have to already call out, the one thing that really did take me out of this movie was Arceus' voice.
I'm so happy you said that.
I was so not a fan of that. I was so upset about it because you have like the Mewtwo voice is the other one I come to because a lot of them don't talk.
Yeah,
they just have like very guttural, like deep roars, like they're literal like dinosaurs of the past, these gods. And then you have this guy that's just like, I'm gonna rule the world, and you're like, oh, bro,
it's so bad.
The aura, it's not like Darkrai.
I already wrote Arceus' voice is terrible.
It's so bad. And like, again, his design is great.
It's cool.
Palkia, Dialga, their design is great. Darkrai, great. Mewtwo, great. Lugia-Ho, great. But then when you have him talk like that, it immediately ruins everything. Like, it makes me not take him seriously whatsoever, which is my one gripe. But once I looked past that, then I was like, all right, I'm in.
Okay, I'll be honest. I struggled to get past it.
I struggled almost the entire movie.
Yeah, because
the beauty about it is he doesn't talk as often as I remembered. But when he does at the like crucial, like it could be building up to like this incredibly emotional, dark, like sad moment, and then he talks, and you're like, all right,
it ruins it.
Yeah,
because not only is his voice bad, but also like a lot of his dialogue is kind of just like generic.
It's generic
guy
and corny.
dialogue.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I'm gonna destroy the world.
But again, it's like he's God, and he's going after these people for revenge. So you think they'd make him a little bit more complex, like a Thanos. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit more...
And, like, even if he was a cooler voice, you could even kind of get away with...
100%. If it was the narrator's voice...
I'm so in.
I'm in. But yeah, it's like... that's why I think it's not above Darkrai for me, because I think the plot of this I like more personally than Giratina and the Sky Warrior, but... the voice takes me out.
It takes me so out.
More so than Darkrai just doing his cool aura shit.
And two things. One, I like this movie when Arceus isn't in it. Because he kind of ruins it for me because the voice
But outside of that, the anticipation for God,
outside
like that shit rocks.
Like, there's so much, not to spoil final thoughts, but there's so many good things in here. But Arceus just drags it down.
Yeah.
And every time
Which
he's on
sucks,
screen,
he's the main villain.
I know he's the main villain, and but because of the way he sounds and a lot of his dialogue, he just has no presence to him, and he's so boring, and I don't take him serious at all. Yeah. Because he sounds like this whiny little kid.
Yeah.
He sounds awful.
Should the title of this be, Does Darkrai Have the Most Aura in Pokemon?
Well, the answer is yes. No one's going to click on it because it's such an obvious answer.
Yeah.
It's like naming a video is 2 + 2 = 4. Like
Pokemon Aura ranked.
Also, I have another Pokemon-esque pitch.
Okay.
Not even a pitch. It was something like if I could go back in time, I would somehow convince the Pokemon creative crew that have been doing this for 20 years that if a Pokemon is going to speak English, which I don't inherently like it, to be honest. I think it's cooler when they just make Pokemon noises. But if you're going to do it, I think you should have it be almost like a Yoda thing. Where, not like the way Yoda speaks, but it's some sort of broken English.
Interesting.
They can't speak straight up normal, full English sentences.
I agree to a certain extent because I think it works with Mewtwo. I think this is just so not great that like I agree, I understand why you're pitching that, but I think it does work with Mewtwo, and I think part of it is like he is telepathic and he can speak to people in their minds, and like a lot of it is like reading their thoughts and like getting in their heads. And like again, part of this is kind of too Arceus is God, so he can talk to,
that's true.
And he can do his thing. But I agree to a certain point of like maybe they speak a different like type of English, or maybe it's just cast someone better. Don't make their dialogue weird. I don't know what the right answer is because I feel like these are really the only two like major ones. I will say I don't think you watched Giratina and the Sky Warrior, but Shaman, the like other main character outside of Giratina, talks. And I think that also works well.
You do.
Because she can like do the telepathy thing and speak to people, and but she has a voice that fits her character. And I think that's the crux of it.
Is so bad.
Is like it really, because also I mean the same goes for the Pokemon noises, right? Is like the Pokemon noises also fit the characters for
that's true.
99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
So I think it really is just like an outlier of this character sounding goofy. Because again, you can't hype up that he is God and then miss the mark so much on the voice.
That's true.
Like it'd be different if it was like Sudowoodo doing his thing and he's talking like a goofball, or Chimchar, whatever. He's speaking English, but it sounds weird. Yeah. Sure, but if you're hyping this up to be your Thanos, your Doom, your God,
that's his voice. I was let down. Also, like it could have been so cool, and this is obviously with the benefit of hindsight, but yeah. If you had started the first movie, I don't know if they spoke, if any Pokemon spoke English in the show before the movie, so that could have also happened. But
right
up until this point, if no Pokemon spoke English at all, and then Arceus showed up, and even if it was broken, you're like, he can fucking speak?
And I think it would have worked so much better if he had less dialogue.
Way less.
way less.
Significant.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like he shows up, he talks, his voice matches.
Yeah.
But then he only says like a few words to be like, holy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just lets his presence do the talking. He's a man of very little words.
It's the Jaws effect. It's like when you show up, it's really cool. And the anticipation is cool.
You're right. It's the Jaws effect. If you have God in your movie, God himself or herself or themselves would probably not be super like, you stole this thing from me, I gotta take it back. He would just show the fuck up.
Well, and that's one of my big things of this movie is why is he painted as like Darkrai is painted as a villain, but it's not like he is the worst thing in the world. No. But then Arceus shows up and he literally is like, I am coming for revenge. I am like he almost tells you to your face, I am the villain of this movie. I am going to kill everyone. Like to me, that's almost too much. Like to me, like if you are a god, you would be more reasonable, I guess.
Well, also you would just do it.
Oh, and you would just do it.
Yeah, you would.
And I understand
all these
the
people
point.
And wasting time.
And 100%. And I understand the point of like I am weakened because of the Jewel of Life, which we'll get to. But it's a very interesting take on a god.
Yeah. Well, how about this? I think another good example of maybe not like a literal god, because I could see people listening to us talking about this and be like, okay, well, he's presented as a god, but they're not saying he's literal god. You know what I mean? He's just like the most powerful thing. The most powerful thing in this universe doesn't necessarily mean he is god level.
True. But didn't he like create everything?
Yeah, basically. Just to also like demonstrate kind of why I think it doesn't work is gonna go to Marvel for a second. Take Fantastic Four first steps. You have like Galactus, right? Mm. Not literal god himself, but he's a very big galactic being. Mm-hmm. He's probably like Thor is a god, but you could argue he's not like, he's like the creator of the entire universe.
Right.
Same with Galactus. The way that Galactus talks to the Fantastic Four in that movie, especially when he shows up to Earth, he is so like dismissive of them. Mm-hmm. Where he's like, why am I wasting time on these like puny little fucking creatures? Like, I don't care. And it's so cool because he wouldn't.
Right.
And then even in sorry to give another Marvel example, but fuck it. In the current season of X-Men 97, which is very good, by the way, there's a scene with Apocalypse.
Hell yeah.
Big fucking villain. And spoiler alert for one of the episodes of X-Men 97, he kills Magneto in front of Professor X.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. He literally disintegrates him into a skeleton. It's so sick. And then he gets rid of Professor X's chair, so he's just like limp on the ground, forced to watch because he can't walk. Mm. It's such a cool scene. And Apocalypse walks over and he puts his foot on Professor X's head. And you're like, oh my God, he's just going to squish him like a fucking bug. And he says, I wish I knew exactly what it was, but he says something like, gods don't interfere with ants. And he just walks away.
Does he crush him or no?
No, just walks away.
Okay, that's pretty sick. That's aura.
And I'm like, that's sick because to Apocalypse, he's right. That's an ant. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, would you talk to an ant or a bug in your room? No.
Okay.
You would just kill it.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, freak. So my point is, I just wish in this movie, Arceus, if they're going to depict him in this way, one, get a different voice actor, but two, if you're going to do full English, fine, but write him so that he is so uncaring of the plights of humans.
Yeah.
He's like, why do I give a what? I'm Arceus. I don't give a fuck about you. What is this? It would have been so cool.
It is. Arceus is definitely the weakest part of this movie. However, there are some fantastic parts of this movie. So continuing on.
That is true.
We catch up with Ash, Dawn, and Brock as they come across Machina Town and take a break from their journey to cool off in the river. They encounter a few watermelons floating downstream, and the owners come over and say that they can keep them if they beat them in a battle.
Well, do you remember the reason the watermelons were in the stream?
I do not.
Because I was really confused. Because they're swimming in like a lake and a bunch of watermelons show up. I'm like, that doesn't happen. What's going on? And then a bunch of people run over. And I think Ash is like, why are there watermelons? What is happening?
Yeah.
And the two of them are like, oh, we were cooling them off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's
I'm like, what?
Because they had them in a like a
net.
Like a net, yeah.
Yeah, and the net was fully in the stream.
Right.
I'm like, that is not. You can't just. And then they just move on.
I mean, you could if the water is cool.
Don't defend this.
I don't know how hot of a day this is. Although I know I was going to say Ash was wearing pants, but I know that's like normal for him. So I don't know.
Fair, but also that means they went to this park with watermelons
hot
and a net.
Watermelons.
Like they planned on doing this.
At that point, they need to just throw them out because they're bad.
Just throw them out. Put them in the fridge.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, so there is a battle in which Dawn and Ash win, of course.
Of course.
But it's set to the Pokemon Galactic Battles theme song, which is the 12th season of the show, which this movie takes place in. So again, they're taking a break from the show to do this. They have the battle set to the theme song, which is so cool. I love when they do that. And I love a good Pokemon battle scene. Like, you can never beat it. I think that's the one thing that these movies miss out on is there's not as many, like, true battles.
Well, because there's so much
trying to get a badge. Right, exactly. And not a ton of time.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they do, and they did this in the first one too. You like start the movie out where like you're like setting the boundaries of like it's a fun Pokemon movie, and then it's gonna get dark as shit.
Yeah, we're going to some dark places.
But we're gonna start with like what you know, like Ash and Brock and Dawn are walking through. They're finding a new town, going to get the new gym badge. They're doing their normal
putting
like,
watermelons and nets.
Watermelons and nets, taking
Everyone does it.
A dip in the water. They're battling, like it's super fun, and then boom, God shows up. So after they all eat watermelon, the two kids who lost the battle explain that no trip to the town is complete without a tour of the ancient ruins. Did I get you there?
You did. You did. And then God shows up. You said it like it's just such a common movie plot. Yeah. This is a nice day, and then boom, God himself shows up.
The whole world is disintegrating, and God, you have to go back in time. So they encounter a water vortex because of a space-time disruption. And Piplup and Pikachu begin to get pulled into it. However, Sheena and Kevin, guardians of the ruins, summon Dialga to save Pikachu and Piplup. You know, the god of time himself.
Just summoned them.
So Giratina, again, the devil himself, comes out of the distortion world to continue his fight with Dialga because they're still kind of beefing.
For some reason.
For some reason, which Ash stops because of their bond from the movie before. So this is a big thing is Ash bonds with Giratina. And so he kind of does the same thing that they just did with Dialga. And he's like, hey, relax. We're all good here. Let's not fight because also we will die if you continue to fight.
By the way, not like a major complaint with this scene, but just something I wrote down because it did kind of bother me. Is you have when Piplup's getting like sucked up by the big like water fountain hurricane thing.
Yeah.
He blows like bubbles at it to like prevent him going in. And it works for a second. And I'm like, that shouldn't work.
Yeah, because it's like it's almost like when you have I don't know how often this happens, but for some reason I'm thinking of this is like when characters in movies have like weapons and when they use them, they are also then pushed back.
Yeah. It's like push back.
It's true to a certain extent, but it's exaggerated for movies. So I'm curious if they're trying to use that of like when Piplup is using Bubble Beam or whatever move it is, the attack is like going outwards, therefore pushing Piplup back because it's in the air.
Oh, sure.
It doesn't have like a ground to stand on. I'm not sure.
I don't hate the concept of it. It was just like a power scaling thing.
That's
I'm like,
fair.
wait, if this water vortex came from a legendary Pokemon,
yeah,
and little Piplup, I don't care what move he's using,
right?
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's so dead.
But dude, if they killed Piplup in this,
It's the
I would turn it
dark
off
one,
immediately.
Dude. It's like when they. It's like
I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
Loki
This
in
episode
Infinity
wouldn't
War.
exist.
No.
Yeah, but Loki's not Piplup.
He's better. No, he's not. He's not. Dude.
He's not as cute. Like
He's not.
I would die
no
for
offense to
Piplup.
Tom Hiddleston. Piplump's cuter than you. Don't tell him that. We're gonna try to pitch him a Loki movie. He'd be like, "I listened to that fucking Greenlit episode, man."
Yeah.
Dude,
But
shit.
one thing that I do appreciate about this movie and why I think these movies in general work really well is you don't necessarily need the context of the previous two as a part of the trilogy to understand this movie.
I
go
didn't
in
watch,
and like really enjoy it. But if you do have that context and you know the bond that it's not like Ash is showing up connected to the devil. Like you see that connection's there. You understand the Dialga Palkia fight. You understand how Darkrai kind of moved them away and
to
all
tell
that.
you.
But they don't require you to have seen all of that for this movie, which is great. And I think like all of that, especially in this scene, works really well. Of like, if you know, and that's great, and it adds another layer, but you don't have to know, which is awesome.
Because
And I
actually,
love
when you said Ash has that connection to Garantina from the other movie, I was like, oh, I
makes
didn't
sense.
know it was from the other movie.
Yeah.
But like, I just
adds
watched
to it.
Arceus, and I was like, okay, they have a connection. Got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it works without it.
100%. So Sheena and Kevin express that there's a prophecy of a thunder creature and its master, sound familiar, coming to save their town. Brock expresses his love for Sheena as he always does in these movies.
Dude. Okay, I know I said this in the last episode. Brock is my fucking soulmate. I love Brock. And I was watching this movie. This is how I know. Because I remember in that episode, you were like, dude, you are Brock.
Yeah, and I still stand by that.
I stand by it too. And the way I know that I am Brock is in that scene, Sheena's talking to Ash, and Sheena goes, well, you should come with us for some reason.
And you were like, yep.
And in my head, I was like, oh, Sheena's kind of cute, dude. And the second I thought that, where I was like,
He
I would
gets
be
down on
pumped
his
if
one
she said
knee
that.
and he's like blushing.
Yeah, guess who ran into the scene? Fucking Brock. Like, I beat Brock by a second.
But my favorite bit that they always do, and they do it in the show and they bring it back in the movie, is the is it Toxicroak? The like frog guy who like poisons him.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing ever.
He gets burned, dude.
I don't know if they do that in the first one. Maybe they do because Toxicroak doesn't exist in that like first movie.
True. Yeah.
So he has it, with the new Pokédex and all that stuff. But he does it. It's the best because I think it happens like twice in this movie, and it happens in like every single episode. It's like a Team Rocket blasting off again thing.
Yeah, it's like a recurring.
They just do it all the time in this series, and it's
I feel bad
amazing.
for him, dude.
But he gets poisoned.
I fucking love Brock. That's my. I am Brock.
Yeah.
We put ourselves out there, and we get. You know what? When we get nailed, it's beautiful.
Sure.
It's beautiful.
We love Brock.
We love Brock. Shout out
Dialga
Brock.
gets caught up in the water spout as it, shows up again. Palkia shows up and saves Dialga, and Sheena transcends time and space to connect with Palkia and Dialga, thanking them for saving the group. So Team Rocket, doing their thing, they secretly plan to capture Palkia and Dialga using Sheena's powers. This is kind of their little offshoot.
Yeah, they have a little subplot.
Yeah. And the gang eventually sees the time-space axis, which represents the different worlds of Pokemon. So you have the human world, Giratina's world, Palkia's dimension, Dialga's dimension, and Arceus' dimension, which created all of the dimensions.
Dude, it's literally an incursion.
It pretty much is.
It's Doomsday.
It is. So there's an omen that Arceus will awaken from its slumber, which have created the whirlpools. This is kind of what's going on. Arceus is waking up. The whirlpools are happening. And also this omen states that Arceus brings Palkia and Dialga's world together, which should have never come in contact with each other. So this is what's going on.
Incursion.
Yes.
It's where's Doctor Strange?
So
Where's
and
Benedict Cumberbatch?
the cool storytelling part of this that I like as well is like they tease the fighting in the beginning of this movie. They also have them fighting in both other movies. And the reason is not really explained. They're just like, time and space are colliding and they're beefing. But what's really going on is like Arceus is waking up, therefore his dimension is causing Palkia and Dialga's dimension to collide. Incursion.
Yeah, an incursion.
And what they're witnessing, Palkia and Dialga, because again, they don't really know what's going on, but they're basically like their understanding is the other one is invading its home and therefore then they start fighting because of that.
It's a cool setup.
It's a great setup because both of them think the other is invading their home and they're just really protecting their home, when in reality, neither of them are invading anyone's home. It's Arceus bringing them together. They're doing it unwillingly, so they're fighting this battle that's existing only because of someone above them.
Which is...
And then it's affecting our world, and so we villainize them, and we don't understand the true meaning, and then we eventually learn. From this scene alone, we learn all of the reason why the last two movies happened.
But like, okay...
It's incredible.
It's cool, but then you get to, oh my god, this is all the cause of one person. And then when you meet him, it's such a letdown.
It's me, Arceus.
It's so bad.
Sorry, it's me, Arceus.
It's me, Arceus. It's like...
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because this should be so cool.
It really should be. Because again, everything outside of Arceus in this movie is great. The setup to it is great.
Yep, everything.
The thought of him is great. But when
His
you get to him, you're
design
like,
is great.
Fuck this. Yeah.
I know, and then he opens his mouth and it just fucking ruins it.
Yeah. So Sheena explains that she can't connect to Giratina's heart because, again, the devil. And that she and Kevin are trying to pinpoint where and when Arceus will appear, because he has a grudge against humanity and is going to destroy all humans.
Hell yeah.
So Ash and the gang
petty-ass shit.
see the history of Arceus and how it has been carrying the 16 life plates around to deflect any Pokemon attack and protect humanity. This was its whole thing. Created the worlds, it's going to protect them.
No, wait, I have a Pokemon question.
Yes.
Because you might know more Pokemon lore than I do.
Sure.
At this point, I don't know what the most recent gen is. Is it double digits?
Wind and Waves is about to come out, and that will be Gen 10.
That'd be Gen 10. Okay, so we're about to hit double digits and generations. Mm-hmm. How many types of Pokemon are there at this point?
16.
Oh, they never added another one.
Oh, you're saying currently?
Yeah, currently.
I'm
saying if Arceus has life plates to stop every type of Pokemon, did that age kind of poorly? Or did they really lock in with 16?
Right now, there are 18 official standard types, and I believe a 19th was introduced in Gen 9.
So Arceus is dumb now.
So here are the 18. Fighting, Psychic, Poison, Dragon, Ghost, Dark, Ground, Fire, Fairy, Water, Flying, Normal, Rock, Electric, Bug, Grass, Ice, and Steel. That's the 18.
Those are your 18.
Okay. Fairy type was introduced after the fact, but also normal type was not a part of that. Normal type.
So you're telling me just a normal Pokemon can fuck up God?
All right, let me give you some funny normal type Pokemon that could fuck up Arceus.
Okay, I'm ready.
Snorlax.
No way.
He just sleeps and kills God.
And he can kill God.
Lickitung can just lick him and cause the end of the world. Eevee can just run over
Eevee.
just regular Eevee. Let's see, Miltank, which is like the
cow.
The cow.
Yeah, the cow can fuck up God.
Like squirt some milk on him and call it a day.
Ugh. It's gross.
Who else?
No, wait a minute. Wait, I have a question. Because
Yeah.
Eevee is like a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yep.
So was Eevee like retroactively fitted into like a normal type?
No, normal was not a part of the life plates.
Oh, it just wasn't part of
not
it.
a part of it.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's because I believe the original Arceus is normal type, so therefore it still is not affected. But it's funny to me to think about normal types that exist that could fuck them up. The funniest to me, Meowth.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God.
Dude, Team Rocket could get him.
Dude, Meowth could go over and use Scratch and kill God.
Kill God himself.
And then they literally could capture him.
Holy shit. Dude, that's your movie.
I know.
Do you think he didn't make a life plate for normal types because he underestimated them?
I think so. I
And
think
you
he
know
saw
what? It's gonna be
Snorlax
his
sleeping
demise.
one day and was like, nah.
I don't need a life plate for this fucking
Meowth on
loser.
Team Rocket just like doing his Oh, that's another one that talks. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, the legendary thing's ruined.
Yeah.
Because if Meowth can speak proper English,
Yeah, he's
it
just like a
doesn't make
New
it
Yorker.
cool that anyone else can speak English.
I do love his voice though.
I do too, but it ruins it.
Yeah.
Like, again, if you had set it up, dude, hear me out. No Pokemon can speak English. You have the first Pokemon movie, which you told me made $27 billion in box office. Mewtwo shows up. He speaks English. But what if he speaks, like, literally just words? And when he says it, it sounds like he's struggling to even say them.
Interesting.
It's hard for him to do it. He can't form full sentences. He says a couple words, and you're like, oh, shit. I didn't know that was possible. And then we never see a Pokemon do it again. When Arceus shows up, full English.
But what about Meowth?
That would have been sick.
So you're saying get rid of Meowth?
Yeah, I think I'm saying fuck Meowth.
Okay.
Which kind of sucks. But, like...
Yeah, I do like it.
But think about how cool that would have been.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh my god, he speaks. Oh, but so does Meowth.
Right.
It kind of takes away from it.
Well, and it's funny, too, now I'm thinking about it, because Meowth talks before Mewtwo talks.
Yeah, he does.
Like...
It ruins Mewtwo. Mewtwo's not as cool either.
But to be fair, I didn't really think about it until we're breaking it down now. Like, I'm totally on board with Mewtwo. I really do just think it's Arceus.
I know.
I'm so distraught by him.
I think...
Because Meowth didn't even bother me in this. Like, I completely forgot that he talked until right now.
To be honest. I did too. I think the voice acting's so bad. However, there's also a couple other smaller things you could have improved that would have, like, really fucking sealed the deal.
1,000%.
On this being the ultimate guy.
1,000%, yeah. You could have made it better than Rise of Darkrai, but I don't think it does that.
No, it's not even close. I haven't seen Rise of Darkrai in 10 years, but it's not even close.
So, 16 life plates to protect the humans. So he can basically deflect everything. Exactly. So, one day, it was struck with a large meteor, making its death a near certainty. That is until Deimos saved him, returning the life plates to Arceus, and in return, Arceus gave up 5 of his life plates and turned them into the Jewel of Life, making Deimos' homeland, which was at the time completely desolate, a flourishing paradise. The day came to return the Jewel of Life to Arceus during a solar eclipse, and he instead attacked Arceus, betraying him because Deimos thought that if he returned the jewel, his town would go back to being desolate. Now, Arceus began a long sleep to heal his wounds, and now he is waking up for revenge.
I have a question.
So this is the history. Yes.
Deimos believed that if he returned the Jewel of Life, this beautiful town that he developed with it, that made it like grow nature and all this beautiful stuff, would just become shitty again.
Yeah.
Is there any truth or validity to that? Or is that just like a weird theory he has?
Well, we find out at the end that's not true at all.
It's not true, right?
No. He just was scared that it was going to happen.
Why didn't he just ask Arceus?
Because then there'd be no movie. We need a movie.
Fair point. Like, at first, Arceus is super nice and understanding.
Yeah.
So when he comes to get it, he'd be like, hey, we're not going to get fucked if I give this back to you, right?
Yeah.
And Arceus would be like, no, you're good.
But yeah, it is interesting that he doesn't do it. But I do think it's interesting the 5 plates that he gives up. Because it's ones that help the environment. It's water, grass, ground,
fairy,
fairy, electric for seemingly electricity, but also it helps because Pikachu. And then I think it's steel is the last one.
Could
just to help like build everything up
and stuff and build.
Yeah, but it's interesting that like those are the ones that he gives up. It's pretty cool.
That's the thing. It's such a good setup, man.
Yeah, or it might be fire. That might be the other. I don't remember.
It's almost like Greek mythology.
Yeah.
And like almost like parts of the Bible. Like they took all these different like religions and stuff and made it into Arceus. And it's so fucking sick. Man, they fucking ruined it.
It's really cool.
It should be really cool.
So we find out that Sheena has the Jewel of Life and is an ancestor of Deimos, which is an insane reveal.
Yeah, made her even hotter, dude.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And just like that, Arceus appears and starts just decimating the town.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Just destroys it. So Sheena presents the Jewel of Life to Arceus, who destroys it, which isn't supposed to be possible, and it enrages him beyond belief. He is just an angry kid in a candy store at this point.
I also like how he wakes up from this like super long slumber. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, we see, especially in the beginning, that he can be a pretty reasonable guy.
Yeah.
Like he helps out Davos, makes this whole fucking place.
Right.
So he wakes up pissed for some reason.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure why.
He's just mad that humans betrayed him.
But it was like this one guy that betrayed him.
But it's the nature of humans.
That's, I guess, fair enough. But okay, so he comes back, and this girl's like, dog, I got your thing right here. And he breaks it. And he goes, this is a counterfeit. You did this on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't remember if she even tried to explain.
Oh, she did. No, she did instantly.
She did.
Yeah, she immediately was like, no, please, that's not.
Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But, like, was he just, like, too callous and upset in that moment to listen
I think
to her?
part of it was that it was a long time coming, but also I think she introduces it with, I am a relative of Thomas.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Here is the jewel of life, and then he gets fucked immediately by this girl, and then he's like, I am going to kill all of you right now.
Okay, you know, I'm on his side.
Yeah, like
fuck it.
The guy who just betrayed you like all this time had forced you to go back to your world to heal all of your wounds because you almost died.
And then like his fucking great granddaughter shows up and gives you counterfeit.
I would be just as enraged as him, if not more. I would start talking like him immediately. I'm pissed off.
No. Nothing can ever piss me off that much to talk like fucking Arceus in this movie.
So Sheena pleads with him again immediately, but he starts to attack again, and Palkia and Dialga deflect the attacks and start fighting back on the side of the humans because Sheena is like close to them, connects with their hearts, and you know thanks them for all that they do. So like,
you ever see those like fucking ghost whisperer people?
Right.
She's one of those.
Yeah. But the ghosts are the god of time and space. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So Palkia and Dialga's attacks do seemingly nothing to Arceus because the life plates of their types. I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, I'm not even just saying this because of the conversation we've had. In my notes, this was also like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
In parentheses after that line, I shit you not, I put, he is basically Doctor Doom with Thor.
No way. Holy shit. Dude, you knew.
It's parallel thinking. I forgot that I even had that thought.
You fucking knew. That's crazy.
This literally was like, they're attacking him with all of their might. These guys that are literal gods of time and space does nothing. Like,
Doesn't
not even
flinch,
a single
dude.
fit. He just absorbs it and just continues on.
No, I'm pretty sure he catches it with 2 fingers.
Yeah. He has his 2 little paw fingers.
They have like little runes on them.
Yeah,
It's super cool.
yeah.
It's super cool.
So the gang realizes that Pikachu's attacks will work because one of the life plates is electric, making Arceus weak to it. So Giratina joins in to protect the humans, and Dialga sends the humans into the past to see the betrayal firsthand.
By the way,
then, even further back, when Marcus, Damos's underling, betrays him and comes up with a plot to betray Arceus himself.
it's fucked up.
It's very fucked up.
It's fucked up. But I do love how I have to. You make me wait for you to finish your sentence.
I have to get it out.
Well, because I famously interrupt you so many times.
Right.
I like that you've set this precedent of like, let me finish what I have to fucking say first.
Because I'm sure it's still relevant to what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
just
of course.
complete the thought, and then we will discuss.
I was gonna say the life plates are dumb. Can we just be honest? They're dumb.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. It's fair. I get
Well, no,
to a certain extent of like, this is his way of like presenting a gift to another being that
I like that.
is great.
Like I like him as like a gift and like, hey, I am God. You are a little fucking ant to me, but like, I will help you out because it's barely fucking skin off my back to do it.
Yeah.
Cool setup.
But then it is. That's the problem.
Well, yeah,
That's
it
the
is,
issue. Is
which
he is
kind
God. So he
and now
when
he's like incredibly vulnerable.
right, when he's providing water, he shouldn't then be being
Like,
able to
weak
be
to water.
attacked.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like it takes away from the coolness of it, and it's also like I don't think a guy in this position would give away so many fucking plates.
I mean,
'Cause it
a
makes
third
him-
of them.
Yeah, it makes him so vulnerable. And also, not to rag on the writing of it a little bit, but it is kind of like it's almost like a lazy MacGuffin in a way.
Yeah.
Like it is such an easy way to beat the villain.
1,000%. Yeah, 1,000%.
Well, go ahead.
We're talking about it now. We were talking about it before of like Piplup's attack should not be doing anything to this water
ridiculous.
tornado of Dialga.
Yeah.
Piplup could kill Arceus right now because
he's
of the
weak to
water plate
water.
is in the Jewel of Life.
And it's just
I love Piplup more than life itself. But Piplup should not be able to use Bubble Beam and kill God.
I agree. I 100% agree. And it's cool when a big bad villain shows up and you go, how do we beat this guy? And you're like, I don't even fucking know.
Dr. Doom.
I guess we just try our best.
Yeah.
Like, that's sick.
Yeah.
But when Arceus shows up, it's like, how do you beat him? Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, you just got to use Pikachu and Piplup.
Yeah, and like,
And
even if he
Snorlax.
has all the life plates, just like take one off.
Yeah, right.
It seems pretty simple. Like, that's it? That's so boring.
Yeah. To be fair, I think stripping Arceus of the life plates is harder because I think he has to like present them to you. But once you have the 5,
It's game over.
you can then kill him immediately.
Yeah, and
I mean,
literally-
Deimos does it.
literally some
Deimos,
fucking,
Deimos
yeah,
does it.
some fucking loser just took 5 of them. Not took, he was given 5.
Yeah.
But then he just kept them for like generations.
Yeah.
Like, what a lame villain, dude.
Truly, it's passed down.
They dropped the ball so bad.
It's yeah. So Ash, Dawn, Brock, and Sheena get captured in the past, and Sheena tells Marcus everything that is going to happen, not knowing that he is the true villain. So in a way, this almost feels a little Back to the Future-y of like
Sure.
you're explaining the thing that's going to happen,
That's gonna happen,
thus causing
yeah.
it to happen.
Yeah. It's a big loop.
Yeah, but continuing on, Marcus gives Sheena a fake jewel of life to return to Arceus, and the attack begins. He lures him in. All the Pokemon start attacking. I have this this image vividly in my head when I was rewatching it. By the way, when Arceus was like in the temple, and then all the Pokemon are like attacking it simultaneously.
Attacking
It's such an iconic like series of images to me. So Sheena and Deimos use their abilities to communicate with the other Pokemon to stop the Pokemon under Marcus's control from electrocuting Arceus. I almost said Arceus, Jesus.
Whatever the fucking stupid name is.
Yeah. Ash fights Marcus and gets the Jewel of Life, and then the gang starts to be erased from history. So Deimos connects with Arceus' heart and mends their relationship, allowing Arceus to accept the Jewel of Life Ash was trying to present to him. Arceus restores everything in the past, and our heroes go back to their time where they find that Arceus is still angry. So they please Arceus in the past, and then we get back, and they're still like, oh fuck, we're all about to die literally right now. Like he's charging up a hyper beam, and they're about to die.
God is about to kill everyone.
Yes, they are in the face of death. So he does quickly realize though who they are from his past, Back to the Future shit, and reverses all the damages to the town. And Team Rocket suddenly. Oh, by the way, there's this whole subplot where Team Rocket ends up with the Jewel of Life, and then they're like going to do their thing. Again, what they don't realize is that Meowth could theoretically just kill him.
Yeah, just scratch him.
Right.
It's game over.
But suddenly they don't have the Jewel of Life anymore, and Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina are all healed. So they realize that the town is restored because of the work of Pokemon and humans alike, and that we should all live in harmony, much like the director intended. Balance is restored, and seemingly pretty quickly, all is well in the world.
Very quickly. Yeah.
Very, very quickly. And that is Pokemon, Arceus, and the Jewel of Life. Now, do you have any thoughts of like the final plot before we go into like our final thoughts of the whole movie?
I have so many things.
Yeah.
One, all the Team Rocket stuff I kind of just don't like, if I'm
It
being
was
honest.
very background.
Very.
Yeah. Even
It
more so
almost-
than the first movie.
It felt like there was a draft of this movie without Team Rocket in it at all.
100%. And then they had to add it back
them
because
like
they're
a mandate. Yeah, you
fan
have to
favorites,
put
yeah.
Rocket into this.
Right.
And it just feels so forced, and it just doesn't really work at all. And also during all the time travel stuff, there's like many times they cut to just like Pikachu and Pichu and Piplup, and they have like their own little side plot, and that didn't really work for me either.
Yeah.
Like it very quickly having Pokemon just repeat their name over and over again gets real boring.
Yeah.
And real fucking annoying. So the finale, like, it's one of those, I know we've said it kind of over and over and over again, but on paper, this is sick, and like there's many cool things going on, but like in execution, it's just kind of rushed and not done the best.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of ends.
Again, this is part of the reason why I like Rise of Darkrai more. I do still
Sure.
think that this movie is good.
We said in the
And
beginning, we're like, this rips,
we're big
and it
fans.
does rip.
Yeah, it's still great. But yeah, to be fair, I think two biggest gripes I think are how rushed the ending feels and how they almost, I think they still did, but they almost didn't stick the landing with, again, like their endgame style of movie.
Yeah.
And then obviously Arceus' voice, which we've talked about ad nauseum. But
It's brutal.
I agree about the finale. But final thoughts of the overall movie. I want to hear yours first.
Okay. I think there's like we said, there's so many good things in this movie. And when it rips, it fucking rips. Mm-hmm. And I think overall, the percentage of movie that rips is majority. Not by a lot, though.
I agree.
Right? Like, I think maybe it's like 60-40. Mm-hmm. Where 40% of the movie kind of doesn't work, and it can be very, like, disappointing in terms of, like, the villain. It can be kind of slow and boring, depending on if they cut back to, like, these subplots that just are so unnecessary. And there's so fucking much exposition. But it's one thing we didn't really talk about, and I'm kind of glad we didn't because it gave me a headache when I was watching the movie. But there are so many scenes where the whole scene is just giving expository dialogue.
It's a flashback.
It's a flashback.
Yeah.
And then once you notice it, it's hard to unnotice. But like someone will give a lot of information. A character, usually in our core 3, will respond with like, what? Or like some sort of question. And then the information is repeated with additional information.
Right.
And that formula gets repeated so many times.
4 or 5 times.
If not more.
Yeah.
And like once you notice that someone's giving dialogue and you're like, Ash is about to say, huh? And then he does. And then they just repeat it because it's like a kid's movie. So because there's so much holding this movie back, but I will say when it is firing on all cylinders, this movie does fucking rock, dude. Like it is our Pokemon. They're unafraid to just be in this world. They're unapologetic about it. And it's just to fully be engulfed in this shit and just own it and embrace it is awesome.
100%. Yeah. I'll similarly start with what I thought didn't really work. And I agree. I think it's Arceus' voice. I think it's a big miss when you're villain that you've been ramping up for 3 movies, but also just in general over the entire course of Pokemon. Like this is the creator of all things.
It doesn't work.
When that character is on screen and you feel like you're taking out of the movie, that to me is a fundamental failure of that character.
I agree.
So the good part about it is I think all of the scenes that don't include Arceus, fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
I made a note, like, you really can't go wrong with these Pokemon movies. Like, they're even the ones that I don't like the most are still really great. And I have such a good time with them because you have the scenes like, you know, the opening with the battle and it teeters dark when, you know, it still feels like it's a kid's movie, but it still has that, like, edginess. It's really, really great. And it's like you see so many different things through the lens of these characters that we all know and love. And I think that's really great. And I think they hit the nail on the head with the tone. And I think, again, if it wasn't for the weird exposition scenes that they should have almost addressed in the previous 2 movies, if this is a trilogy, so you get like the full breadth of everything, like you're setting it up with the first 2, then you're really feeling the full effects of everything in the 3rd one. If they did it like that, maybe I think it would work a little bit better. But because of the exposition scenes, because of Arceus' voice and that character, I still don't think that it's as good as Rise of Darkrai in terms of like just talking about these 3 movies. Obviously, there are other Pokemon movies that come into play that I think are better or worse than these ones. But that being said, this movie fucking rocks. I love these Pokemon, man.
Right?
It's there's just something undeniable about it, and I don't know how much of that is me being like in a little burrito wrap full of nostalgia blankets, but
probably
but it really is. It's a fun time, and like even the moments that are annoying are usually followed by a fun joke. That all of the jokes in this land, like they're all quite funny.
I agree.
And it's either followed by that or like a fun battle sequence or some other fun Pokemon thing. So it's like you get the good with the bad and the sure, but like the good, like you said, it really shines.
It does. It's just the
bad is
tough.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad, pretty bad.
So before we get to our final thought, let's talk ranking system. So for those who are just tuning in somehow to our show, first of all, thank you for listening. I'm glad that you made it thus far, especially in this episode, because I feel like we went on a lot of side tangents, which I think made for a good episode. But it's still an insane one to start on if you are starting here. So
first of all, in Vietnam too. So
thank you. Exactly. Thank
Shout
you.
out Vietnam.
I appreciate you listening, but if you aren't familiar with our ranking system, instead of doing 5 stars, we like to rank movies based on if we would buy them on 4K Steelbook, which is like our 5-star review.
Sure.
Just under that is buying it secondhand or on sale. Just under that, streaming the movie. And then at the very bottom, like a 1 to 0 star is never watching the movie again.
Ever.
So for me, I'll start because I picked this movie. I picked the original Pokemon movie. Because of the reasons that I put in my final thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and say that I wouldn't own this on 4K Steelbook, but it's very close for me. I will say that I would buy it secondhand on DVD. However, like I would still want to own this. I still think it's a great addition to my collection, but I don't know if I would go for like the premium format in terms of our ranking system. Of course, as we always say,
yeah.
Of course, if there's a 4K Steelbook, I'm buying that shit immediately.
Of course you are.
But in terms of a ranking system, I would say this is like, if we were to do stars, I would say it's like a 3 or 4.
Fair.
It's up there in like the upper echelon of movies that we've covered, but it's leaning more towards like the middle of the pack rather than like the true top 10 or top 20.
I 100% agree. I would buy this secondhand, especially like I picture in like a future, like 10 years from now, where like I'm sitting down with my kids and they're like Pokemon people. And I'm like, guys, like this one was a big movie when I was a kid. Me and that uncle that we don't talk about, we covered it on our podcast a couple of years ago. Like, I want to show it to you. And I put it on and they'd be super into it.
Yeah.
But then I do picture like Arceus goes to talk and they just look at me like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, I know.
Yeah. But they don't pick up on it like we didn't as kids.
If
so
they did,
maybe it's just us.
Then throw them out and try it again.
Yeah.
New kids. Fuck them. But yeah, I think you're right. I think I would buy it secondhand. Like it's good enough to own, and I would happily watch it with people or Pokemon fans or kids or whatever. But because it's definitely not my favorite Pokemon movie, I wouldn't go out of my way to buy like the premium format Steelbook version of it. No.
Yeah, that's very fair. But one final thought on Pokemon: Arceus and the Jewel of Life. I can't believe this got greenlit. Thank you all for listening. This has been a true honor and joy because I love talking about these movies and this franchise that we grew up with, and it's just a really great time. It's one of those like legacy franchises similar to like a Tom and Jerry or a Scooby-Doo, where it's like no matter what iteration of this we're watching, we're still just happy to be with the characters that are presented to us in this universe. So
yeah, even if it's bad, it's just fun.
Maybe not our favorites that we've covered, because a lot of the ones that came out when we were kids aren't the greatest, as we found with Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry and Pokemon, but these still are really great. They're super fun. So thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned for more fun guests, crazy sequels. We are wrapping up summer sequels quite soon, so I'm hoping that everyone is loving it. I know we are. So stay tuned for more summer sequels, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
I have a question.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a question. I can't help it. I have a question.
Yeah.
Before we kind of stop talking about Pokemon, probably for a while. If Brock were to join the MCU, put him in the end battle and Endgame.
Yeah.
Everyone's there. Who's the first woman he's talking to?
Scarlet Witch.
100%. I'm so happy you said that shit.
It has to be, right?
Who else?
I feel like he likes...
Black Widow's not in the final battle and Endgame.
Right. I was gonna say her, and then I was like, I think she's dead at this point.
Yeah, she's dead.
But I would think Scarlet Witch because she's like a dominant, strong. They all are, but like it feels like it fits the bill quite well for him.
And also, to be fair, I don't know Brock's preference.
Yeah.
Would he be into like Gamora and Nebula and like Mantis, like stuff that's like little alien? Yeah. Would that be a little too out there for him?
I don't think so. I feel like he's into. I feel like one, he's kinky just in general, but two, I think he's like very open-minded when it comes to women. So I think he's okay with like all types of species, all off-planet women. Like I think he's very much okay with whatever is put in front of him.
And also, like, I think he would see that Nebula can like detach her limbs and shit.
Right.
And his imagination's gonna go wild.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me?
And those fucking like
Toxicroak couldn't even poison him at that point.
The antennas on Mantis's head.
Yeah.
And she can like subdue him anytime she wants. Dude, I think Brock fucking loves the MCU.
I completely agree. Also, I just have to say this before we're out of here. Rise of Darkrai, I would buy in 4K in like
I wouldn't even hesitate.
day one.
I would buy that shit for like double
pre-order.
the normal price.
Yeah, 1,000%. I would buy it. I would buy it secondhand just to get it new, but because I want to pay more.
Exactly. Like I would find it on eBay and whatever the asking price is, I'd be like, do you want more?
It. Yeah.
I'll triple it right now.
60 asking price, can I pay $180?
He's like, I'll sell it for 40. And I'm like,
no, 200.
I'm like,
just
dude.
Do the complete opposite.
Do you know who I am, dude? I'm a huge Vietnamese star.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Scarlet Witch is the answer.
I completely agree. But yes, we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
See ya.
This has been a Quaywood audio production.